Welcome to another broadcast of the Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Thursday mornings at 9:30 at the Lorain County Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and as always, you are invited to attend.
Would you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning and welcome to the April 28th meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. We have a large crowd here today and someone eager to come in. We are welcoming our sons and daughters and granddaughters to recognize and celebrate Take Our Children to Work Day, by providing an avenue for employees to share their work site with their young guests. This will also afford the opportunity to show how different departments and offices share vision, power, and create possibilities to develop a final outcome for the good of the public government sector. I guess it's my turn to do the doggy show.
Yes, it is.
Dog and pony show.
This is my granddaughter, Amelia Jones, who attends McCormick School in Wellington, and her mother gave strict instructions to her that she's not to bring this dog home. So I'm hoping that someone in the audience will. This week's featured cat at the Lorain County Dog Kennel is a 3-month-old stray male black Labrador mix. He is in cage number 35 and will be eligible for adoption on Tuesday, May 3rd. Kennel hours are 10 to 6 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 4:30 on Thursday and Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturday. The kennel is closed on Sunday and Monday. Now look at this. Look at this little cat. Oh, and I didn't use the microphone. What a good one. Oh, yeah. Oh. We've had black labs in our family for a number of years, and they make wonderful pets. So anybody out there who's interested, this little dog is available. Commissioner Kalo, is your dog gone yet?
Actually, my dog was adopted. It's being returned and being readopted. So I got 2 adoptions for my dog. Chuck would love that dog, Betty.
I know, but guess we'll take care of him. We talked about a thought for today. I had a rather serious thought, and I'm going to give that to you, and then I'm going to read the other thought, which Commissioner Kalo said was kind of okay. This is from Leadership Lorain County's calendar. It says, begin each day with a positive attitude and end each day having made a difference in the life of someone else. Now, the other one was, I won't even tell you the author of this, but it's kind of comical. She said, my husband needed more space, so I locked him outside.
That's why Chuck needs a dog.
Do we want to introduce these young people? I don't think we have a very heavy agenda today, so I think it would be nice if we would introduce all the young people in the audience. I will start again. This is my granddaughter, Amelia Jones, who attends McCormick Middle School in Wellington.
My son, Ted Cahill, attends Marion L. Steele High School in Amherst.
Teresa?
My son Nicholas Upton attends Forest Lawn Elementary in Sheffield Lake.
This is my son Tyler Moreau, he attends St. Vincent de Paul in Lorain.
My son Jack Smith, he attends Paris School in Amherst.
My grandson Tyler Dolan, and he attends Ely School in Lorain.
Thank you, Yvonne. So we have a wide cross-section from Lorain County today. Welcome to all of you. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Under Resolutions Number 1, Job and Family Services Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Investments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
There are no advances or repayments requisitions.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Travel expenses.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Bills?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary.
Commissioners, I'd like to have an executive session at the conclusion of our regular board meeting today to discuss potential new hires, one or two matters of potential litigation, and an update on some property, all permissible subjects under the Sunshine Law. Thank you.
Number 10, renew the 2005 Corsa and issue a warrant in the amount of $764,056 to Corsa for the 2005-2006 benefit year to be paid from account 00101-4601-424205, and the county has received a credit in the amount of $53,647.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Under Community Development Department, approve the Lorain County Citizen Participation for the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Under the Alcohol and Drug Addiction Services Board, appoint Christine Jankowski as a member to Lorain County Alcohol and Drug Addiction Services Board, effective April 28, 2005, expiring June 30, 2008, filling the unexpired term of Ray Noble.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
There's going to be some corrections to the next one, but I'll read them. Award contract to RMH Concrete and Foundations, Inc. in the amount of $91,663.05 for the replacement of Emmons Road Bridge 0165 replacement. There were 3 bids received on April 20th, this being the most responsive complying with specifications. Issue a notice to proceed effective on or before July 15th and to complete work on or before September 30th. This project is being funded by 15% local funds and OPWC funds. So we're crossing out retainers because there's local.
Say it again, Teresa, please.
It's 15% local federal, 15% federal funds and OPWC funds. So there will be retainers held.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
And Lorain County Community College, reappoint Joseph Sirigliano as a member to Lorain County Community College Board of Trustees, effective April 28, 2005 through April 22, 2010.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Cortez, County Administrator?
Thank you. That was pretty fast.
That was quick.
I didn't have the stopwatch going, but it was good. Commissioners, as you know, and you've been aware for some time, Mr. William Ogle is retiring, and he'll be leaving us at the end of this week. Bill's in the audience now, and yes?
You and Betty are communicating.
Oh,
All right. Wait just a minute
and-
here. Sorry.
I know you took that from Mr. Burkhoff. They were missing a stand last.
Never mind.
That's nice.
They make nice decorations here today.
We have a presentation for Bill. Bill, would you come up, please?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
If I have to be up here, so do you.
And I believe we have a proclamation, and I would ask the President of the Board to present Mr. Ogle with his proclamation, please.
Well, thank you, and that's what we were discussing. Who was going to read it?
I think it's appropriate that the President does, if you
Thank you.
wouldn't mind.
This is in the matter of expressing our best wishes to Bill Ogle on his retirement from the Lorain County Workforce Development Agency. Whereas Bill Ogle announced retirement as director effective April 29th, and whereas it keeps saying William here, but Bill Ogle began his employment for Lorain County in 1983 as director of the Private Industry Council, and whereas Bill held numerous positions within Lorain County as executive director of the Job Training Partnership Act, JTPA, in 1986, then director of Lorain County Employment and Training Administrative, LCETA, and then October 2001 director of the Lorain County Workforce Development Agency. And whereas we are recognizing Bill for more than 22 years of service with the county, and whereas his good fellowship and congenial sense of humor with working associates has been enjoyable, now therefore it be it resolved that the Lorain County Board of Commissioners expresses appreciation to Bill Ogle for services rendered to the county and its citizens. Further be it resolved, the board wishes, and staff wishes for Bill and his wife Betty a very healthy, peaceful retirement as he pursues his golfing interests and other interests for many years to come.
Commissioners, from the reading, Bill has had more changes in the committee over the years, while federal funds have changed, and ETA, workforce development, PIC, and those flowed right along with those things. I would like now, since Bill is not leaving the area anytime really soon, I would like to ask you to appoint Mr. William Ogle, private citizen, to the WIB board beginning next Monday, so we can continue to use his talents and have the association with us. And I would ask for Bill to accept that and continue to assist us by being a member of the WIB board. What say you, Mr. Ogle?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
And I would like to turn the mic over to Bill for just a moment and have some words. Come on, Bill.
I don't know what to say. Is this on? I don't know what to say. I thank everyone. I've had a great 20-some years working for the county, and it's been fun. It's been challenging, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss everyone. But by being on the WIB, I'll still play a small part, into what's going on, and I appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
You will be missed, Bill. I've had a great time working with you. I look forward to future relationships. Commissioners, except to remind you about the executive session, I've got to conclude my remarks for this morning. Thank you.
Ms. Sturnis, Assistant County Prosecutor?
I would just like to congratulate Mr. Billman, Mr. Cortez, and the Board of Commissioners for the Solid Waste Collection Day on Saturday. I always actively participate in that and bring all my old paint cans, and it was really well done and efficiently done. I do have one complaint. The snow and the rain were not appreciated, so whoever was responsible for that dropped the ball
was Ted.
altogether. But really, it was a nasty day, and the people sitting out there in the rain and in the snow doing that did a wonderful job. So congratulations to all.
Commissioners report?
Commissioner Kukowski?
No report.
Jen?
Just like to remind everybody, Tuesday's Election Day. Please don't forget to get out and vote.
Thank you. I would like to acknowledge the services of Virginia Gaston, who is a longtime member of the TB Clinic Board, who passed away this past week. And then I'd like just to mention that I went to Washington School in Lorain for their dedication ceremonies, and it was very nice. I ran into Katie Moreno while I was there. She greeted me, and Katie's on the student council there, so that was kind of interesting. And if you don't think Lorain County is a small place, even though it's very large, I also ran into a young lady I've known since she was in grade school. She's been a teacher there for like 25 years, so it is a small world. And this afternoon, we're invited to Larkmer School for their ribbon cutting. And I also attended an update meeting on the dike disposal site, and we are going to schedule a presentation here sometime later this month. Teresa's going to handle that. So, thank you. That's it.
I don't have any report. Board correspondence?
I move the reading be waived.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
One other item. I don't know where it is, but we put together another letter to Senator Armbruster about the local government funds, and I assume that the content is with your blessing. And Joyce has it. The lady in the red jacket has it. She was supposed to circulate it this morning.
I signed it.
I signed it.
Okay, thanks. Together with the dog. Shall we send the dog?
Send the dog.
So, that's it. Thank you, and I'm sorry about that, Teresa.
That's okay. Public comment?
Anyone in the audience? Good morning, Shirley.
Shirley R. Johnson, Oberlin. You went through your business resolution so fast, I'd like to refer you back to item number 11, approving citizen participation for the Community Development Block Grant. I know what citizen participation is, and I know what the block grant is, but I don't know what it is you are really approving here.
Teresa, you have number 11. It tells the criteria, I believe, for citizen participation. I think it outlined how it's to be handled.
Under CDBG, Lorain County receives funding allocation, which is then distributed with the intent of providing financial assistance to county projects and to the projects in the cities, villages, and townships within the county's jurisdiction. Under the programs, Lorain County may apply for funding on behalf of the township, villages, and cities, and the process is as follows. 1, formally send written notification of the availability of funds and date of the public hearing to chief-elect and/or appointed public officials from the cities, villages, and townships. Consider the needs of all them under the applications. Formally solicit and consider funding requests from all. Assume full responsibility for direct administration of the entire county program in compliance with the applicable federal and state laws. The county will not subgrant CDBG funds or subcontract project administration to jurisdictions on whose behalf of the county has applied. The county, however, may contract with separate agencies such as Neighborhood House, Lorain County Office on Aging, for necessary program administration. Lorain County may subcontract activity implementation to a city whose base allocation of the formula program exceeds $25,000 but is not less than $50,000. Procure those contracts necessary for the design, implementation, and administration of the county program according to CDBG standards and guidelines, and then retain all program records according to CDBG and State of Ohio guidelines. And then the grant is generally due no later than July 15th of every given year.
Well, can somebody explain to me what the difference is between this and what has been done in the past?
Rebecca?
Rebecca Jones. I'll try to explain this as best as possible. This is simply laying out what we have done in the past and will continue to do for the public hearing and citizen participation of the Community Development Block Grant Program. The state now requires that we have a written plan that we submit to them that includes all the steps that we'll take, and we need to follow those steps. One of the things that's happened in Lorain County that's changed a little bit is the increase in the Hispanic population. Therefore, we need to make sure that we are reaching all populations of Lorain County in this citizen participation plan. So the state is requiring that we lay out the steps that we're going to take. They will not be significantly different from what we have done in the past, but it just simply states this is where we'll advertise and this is how we will attempt to reach out to the public.
Thank you. That clarifies it very well. I'd like to ask a second question. Last week I asked about reports from the fair housing complaints that are taken care of by the Urban League, I believe. And we were very nicely given a report today about that. but the report does not really give anything about what the complaint was, so that you have any idea of whether it deals with racial discrimination or just what. So you cannot tell from this report, if this is all you get from the Urban League, what the nature of the discrimination, what kind of discrimination continues to exist in the community, even if it's taken care of very easily. In other words, it says case closed, but doesn't say what the case was, whether it dealt with race, sexual orientation.
I think the concept you're trying to explain is understandable. Rebecca, have Kelly Glenn.
Well, I think Rebecca wanted to answer that, though, Jim.
You have more? Okay.
Oh, same person. Okay.
I think I can answer this question because I sit on the Lorain County Reinvestment Coalition Board, and they're actually the ones that investigated the complaint. And the complaint was a disability complaint. There was a hearing impaired person that had called using a TDY to attempt to get information about a rental property, and the individual on the other end of the line kept hanging up. Part of the reason that they kept hanging up was they weren't familiar with the TDY, and so when they were called and said they were getting a call, would they accept it, they seemed to be under the impression that somebody was trying to sell them something. And so it was mediated, and there is going to be some education now through the Lorain County Realtors Association and through the Lake Erie Landlords Association that will be explaining to landlords the process that they need to go through if they get a call from somebody with a hearing impairment.
I think, though, we should probably in the future, since we fund that program, I think we should probably get a more explanatory report. That's what I was going to suggest, that maybe Kelly can talk to him. I think she oversees the Fair Housing Board.
Yes, Ms. Glenn does oversee that, and I can relay that.
Yeah, this way we
to
can
her.
avoid it. I'm sure now we responded to this question, but there's going to be more, and there'll be some in the future, so we might as well just go ahead and get the information in a larger fashion so that we can avoid that.
And not only that, that's just one case. There's 21 cases on this sheet that we have no idea.
Oh, I see, okay.
Okay, so let us take a look into it. We did get your report in a timely manner. The report could have a little bit more detail, and we'll see what we can get for next meeting, okay?
I want to make it clear that my question wasn't about one case. This covers all the reports from January to December 04, and none of the cases have what the nature of the complaint
Yes.
is. And I think it's very interesting to know that one had to do with disability, but we want to know what all the others had to do with, too.
I'm quite understanding of your request and your position. I believe there's probably going to be at times when certain cases are going to be probably settled in a manner where disclosure is not going to be available. But I don't know that to be a factual issue right now, so let us attempt to seek, some additional guidance on that, and we'll try to have something back next week. And Rebecca, would you take that for an action item, please? And for those that don't know, Rebecca didn't introduce her title. She is our Director of Economic Development under the Community Development Department. She doesn't get over here too much to see us, but I'm glad to see her today. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca and Jim. Anyone else who wants to address the board this morning? Seeing no takers, I move we go into executive session for the purposes outlined by the administrator.
Second.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
And I believe that Jennifer wants to take a picture of the young ladies and gentlemen here this morning so we can post it on the county website. So if you kind of stick around, thank you. Okay, Teresa.
Commissioners have reconvened from executive session.
Commissioners, I'd like to request a resolution to approve and adopt a proposal for MetroComp Computer and enter into a contract with them for assistance with computer repair.
So moved.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
I would like to move for approval of the following 9 individuals to be appointed to the Youth Council effective today through January 31st, 2007. Mary Butler, Brenda Cuevas, Gordon Dupree, Zach Horning, Iris Maldonado, Tracy McCarty, Juan Molina Crespo, Pamela Perkins, and Homer Verdon.
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the county administrator and the county prosecutor to take the necessary action to transfer all county airport assets from the direct control of the ownership of Lorain County Airport Authority to the direct control and ownership of the county commissioners. This action shall be completed as soon as possible.
Second?
Any discussion? Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Yeah, I'd
Discussion.
like a little discussion, yeah. I can start the discussion. I believe that the county is responsible to the taxpayers for the money that we allocate to all the different boards, and I believe bringing the county airport under direct control of the county commissioners will make it a more efficient and economical asset to the county, and we can pursue the economic development at the county industrial park.
Yeah, we're spending approximately $400,000 towards the airport, and with the county taking it over, we can utilize our maintenance department and other entities inside the county to hopefully save the taxpayer money.
And I think this is in line with what we fear is coming with the local government fund cuts. They're requiring us to do basically more with less, definitely more consolidation of services. So I think this will be an assist to us as we try to operate with less local government fund money. And before we vote on this, I'd also like to thank the existing board members for their past services. This is in no way a reflection on the services they rendered to the residents of Lorain County. But I think it's a new way for the commissioners to focus on doing business in a different fashion. Madam Clerk?
Roll call.
Yeah, Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
I think Laurie
Oh,
seconded.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Yes, Commissioners, with that, I'd like to reconvene into executive session to discuss continuing matters of personnel and update on property.
Thank you. I don't think we need another motion, do we, Jerry? We already had one. Okay, we'll reconvene into executive session.
Recess.
Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Thursday mornings at 9:30 at the Lorain County Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and as always, you are invited to attend.
Thank you, Commissioner Blair, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I want to be very clear that I speak for myself only, and for one of my colleagues, Senator Mark Dan, who worked on these proposals with me. We are attempting in the most sincere way we can to offer an alternative to what's been proposed in the State House, an alternative that we believe is preferable regardless of party and position. The one thing that I would like to say is that I will obviously focus on the local government fund and the local government fund proposal that I'm going to discuss is part of an overall budget proposal because these things all work together. We cannot, I think, in isolation, talk about one very important piece without seeing how it interrelates with others. The overall picture for this, of course, is something that I think we now all agree, and that is that our state is in a crisis. This is actually a statement from the governor's budget proposal. This is not my statement. You all know we've lost more jobs than any other state in the union. I am, of course, standing in a county that's particularly aware of the changing economy and the loss of jobs. And so from our perspective, Senator Dan and myself, the question becomes, how do we gear all of our activities as government, from the state and the local level, to the idea of creating jobs? Whoop, I went the wrong direction. See, I'm still learning the technology. To creating jobs in Ohio. And so here's our vision that's behind this. We believe that our state was great and can be again. We believe that we can be a world leader in creating jobs and nurturing and attracting talent. And we see a growing economy with rising personal incomes, which would support an innovative government and a strong social safety net. And I want to call your attention, commissioners, because I know you believe this, to the order of that statement. And that is that unless we have a growing economy and rising personal incomes, we cannot possibly support the programs and services we need for our communities. On the other hand, we can't have an innovative government unless we have the resources to allow you to be innovative. And an innovative government, of course, is what's necessary in order to maintain a strong social safety net. So this is a deliberate ordering of a statement. We believe what we need is a bold plan for the future that makes our state one of the best states for job creation. We believe it needs to be balanced. Obviously, that's the mandate of the state constitution. It's also fiscally responsible. It needs to be bipartisan. It needs to attract statewide support, and that would mean from all of the various regions and parts of Ohio that, as you all know, are so different. And we think we have to focus on creating jobs immediately and also building for the long term. The governor has put a plan on the table. We think, obviously, that it's not up to the task, but we'll let you decide. For example, for decades, the experts have looked at our tax structure and have said that we have to stop taxing machinery, equipment, inventory, and fixtures. That's the tangible personal property tax. The governor now agrees, but what's his proposal? His proposal is to phase it out, only 3/4 of it, and take 5 years to do it. And I might add, ladies and gentlemen, we have no credibility on phase-outs in government, as you may know, if you're paying attention to the petty sales tax debate right now, which we promised and and other phase-outs in the past. We decide budgets on a biennial basis, the same way the commissioners are accountable for what happens over the next year in your budget. We're accountable for the next 2 years. To come before you with a 5-year plan or a 6-year plan when we only have 2 years to govern is not appropriate, in my opinion. Successful states have economic development strategies in which universities play a central role. You're well aware of this, obviously, in Lorain County with the community college, where I'm headed next, playing such a role. This is, again, a quote from the Governor's Commission on Higher Education and the Economy. This is not my quote. The governor says higher learning equals higher earning. But the plan includes no new money for higher education and rising tuitions. Again, we think that that's unacceptable, but you decide. Our school levies have been failing at a rate that we've not seen in more than a decade. The governor says that education is the cornerstone of success. But his plan to phase out the tangible personal property tax over 5 years, 3/4, you remember that, does not fully replace the lost revenue to schools and local governments. So there would be a hit to schools. And finally, we've had this policy of giving tax breaks to individual companies, but we left taxes too high on the rest. So basically what we were doing was negotiating taxes with individual companies, and other companies were not getting the benefit. He's proposed a commercial activity tax that will actually cost more jobs than the income tax cut, which he's also proposed, would create. This is a study done by Ernst & Young at the request of the Business Roundtable. Again, it's not my statistics, it's a documented study. The bottom line is we think it's weak on job creation. We don't think it'll turn Ohio around. The House has just passed a plan that makes minor changes in the governor's tax and budget plan. We also don't think that'll get Ohio moving again. What we think is we need a new alternative for the Senate to consider as the Senate begins its work this week, and that's what we're here to talk to you about today. This is an outline of our plan for immediate job creation. I'm going to talk about eliminating the tangible personal property tax, but replacing the revenue for schools and local governments. I'm going to talk about small business investment. I'm going to talk about innovation and talent for long-term growth, which would include a job creation loan fund, a higher education investment plan, and then I'm going to talk about strategies to reduce the cost of government, both at the local government level through an innovation fund and at the state level through Medicaid reform and also energy and environment. And I want to say in advance, you will note that I really didn't develop this just to make you like it, because there's things in here I'm sure you're going to agree with and things in here that you may not agree with. And I look forward to the dialogue we're going to have. The single best thing we could do, ladies and gentlemen, we're the third largest manufacturing state in the nation. We clearly need to encourage investment in our manufacturing, small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses. There's not a company that doesn't come to you and ask for tax abatement anyway on the tangible personal property tax when they want to expand or buy a new piece of equipment. The studies are clear. The single best thing we could do to spur job creation immediately is to eliminate the tangible personal property tax, the tax on machinery, equipment, and inventory. It would be a $1.8 billion a year boost to business investment and job creation. This is just common sense. Who makes machinery? Who operates it? Who runs it? How do we compete? We compete by having new machinery, new equipment that competes around the world. We would do that immediately on July 1st of 2005. But we would permanently replace lost revenue. The question really you need to ask is, why hasn't this been done? Well, it hasn't been done because it's a loss to schools and local governments. We would permanently replace it by maintaining the penny sales tax. And this is why, politically, I guess, that this hasn't been proposed, because I suppose that that is supposed to be something I'm not supposed to say. But we should maintain the penny permanently. We should put it in a